Welcome to a very special episode of Nerds and Friends. I'm sitting here with filmmaker Rob Bowen, and we are talking about a couple of projects you have going on this summer, and where people can contribute to help make those projects a reality, right?
Yeah, absolutely. This is the second time we've done kind of a crowdfunding campaign. We're doing it it's a small amount that we need to raise, just a couple $100, so that we can have a couple of props that will make things a little safer, a little, ensure everybody kind of gets what they need. But it also gets the costumes, kind of take them up to the next level for the second comedy that we're doing, which is Karma Cops.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, tell us a little bit about those two projects so people can hear and get
Absolutely.
excited.
So the first one is it's called "Is That Yours?" It's the Suitcase Part 2.
Yeah.
That's the film that you're going to be in,
I'm excited.
acting in with me there.
I can't wait to act with local actor Shale LePage. I'm so stoked for that. Thank you for getting me in on that.
Dude, Shell's amazing. Like to be able to work with him was such an honor. The first time when we did it for Ease for Expiation, and then he was like wanting to come back and do more. We did Sleep Tight, which was phenomenal.
Amazing.
His performance in that, you have to it's.
Yeah, go watch it. Here's the link. It's going to be in the video.
Yeah, it's top-notch performances all around. But yeah, Shale killed it. And so he, we were talking about what he wanted to do next, and he was talking about he wanted to do comedy. He hasn't really done a lot of comedy.
Yeah.
And so
I figure he's so good at drama that he's
right?
typecast quite a bit.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think you're right. And so yeah, we decided. I was like, well, he'd be good for some of the parts there, and I kind of gave him the script and was like, check it out, see what you want to do. It's a sequel to a film that we did early on. It was actually supposed to be our fourth film with What's a Budget, which was like, we've done 69 at this point, and so
69 short films.
yeah, so this is like early days.
That's
and
amazing.
I was supposed to have Steve Austin in it, and he was, but then like it got delayed because of construction issues in the area we were supposed to film. And so years later, when we actually got to do the film, I ended up having to act in it, and now I'm having to reprise that role for the Suitcase Part 2.
I mean, inside that suitcase could be anything. It's a repository of endless possibility. It's like life.
I thought life was like a box of chocolates.
Well, in this case, it's a repository of endless possibility. One that could have been used to store $1 million. I mean, think about it. $1 million fucking dollars.
Or it could be a homeless person's toilet.
Oh, sick. Come on. Be real.
Oh, I'm sorry. A suitcase full of abandoned money is within reach, but a homeless person's twosies are beyond the realm of possibility. Good to know the page we're on.
Don't be like that, okay? Just, what are you afraid of?
What am I afraid of? Okay, Mr. Realm of Endless Possibilities, come take a journey with me.
At last! I've been waiting for someone to discover my last victim, securing their position as my next.
I seriously doubt that's what would happen, Bo.
I think it's just as likely as your scenario, Luke.
Where would he even be laying in wait?
I don't know. Over there.
Creepy.
Yeah. So can we just go now?
Yeah.
And so that's going to be fun, and to revisit that character. So that's kind of what we got coming up first. And then the second film that we have on deck is another one that, again, I was working with Lily in Sleep Tight.
She's phenomenal.
She was phenomenal.
Such a good performer.
Yeah, and for the same interview, because I got featured in Scorpia, a magazine that's done online by Erin Mitchell and her friend Nicole as well. And I was talking about those films, and I kind of interviewed Shale and Lily both, and I asked them what's something that they wanted to try their hand at, and that's where Shale talked about comedy, but Lily also said the same thing. She hasn't really gotten to do comedy, and so I sat down and I wrote Karma Cops. It was a short, like 8-page script, something very fun, very cheeky, but just something that came to me when I was on a hike, which is how the first Suitcase came to me as well. So I felt like there was some symmetry and symbiosis between the projects. So we build it as like a double feature of comedies that we're working on for the summer. It's not really going to be released as a double feature, but that's just kind of how we're putting the campaign out there.
That's awesome.
So yeah, you can go and support both films, and kind of get to see them. There's early access. There's we're gonna have like patches made, custom patches made for the Karma Cops, and so you
cool.
can get one of those patches as well as
That's
part of
awesome.
one of the donation level perks. So there's different things that we're playing with there, but yeah,
That's really cool.
yeah, I really appreciate the opportunity to talk to folks about it. I thank you for your time.
Thank you for tuning into this Nerds and Friends exclusive, and shout out to the Peak Film Forum. We're recording here before the event. If you're in the film industry in any capacity in Colorado, come down to Colorado Springs second Wednesday of every month.
Second Wednesday of every
I
month.
can't believe it's the second Wednesday in July. That trips me out. But
Well,
anyway.
it started on a weird. It starts in that weird.
Yeah.
We started like on the first was on a Wednesday, I think, or something like that.
Yeah,
So
something weird.
yeah, that happens. But squeezes it in really early. It does feel early to be here for this. But yeah, definitely check out Peak Film Forum.
Yes.
Great networking opportunity. Amazing chance to kind of showcase your work and meet other artists in the area that are doing the same thing. Peak Film Forum. Also want to shout out to IFSOC, Independent Film Society of Colorado, who really kind of works in tandem with Peak Film Forum. And they've got a film festival coming up in September, the beginning of September, that everybody should be aware
Ooh,
of.
the Colorado Short Circuit.
That's right.
I will definitely be there, and I'm hoping that something we worked on together will be there as well.
Fingers
Will
crossed.
be coming out eventually.
This is the safest place we found.
We're still being hunted.
There might be something we missed.
Definitely go to IFSOC. They're on Facebook. They have a website. I
Yeah,
presume.
and definitely check out the Colorado Short Circuit Film Festival. Get your film submitted. The deadline maybe coming up or passed already because the notification.
passed,
Yeah,
but
it's
you can buy
passed.
tickets.
Notification
Some
date's
cool
coming
stuff.
up. So yeah, get the tickets so you can see what you could have been a part of if you had gotten entered earlier. So
Well, quick thing just to get people excited about your previous works. Hopefully we can show a snippet of the first Suitcase movie.
oh yeah,
It'd be fun to edit in, but
Okay, yeah,
I know we
definitely.
met on E is for Expiation, which is your Stephen King adaptation.
correct.
And since then, IMDb Pro calls us top collaborators, which is very fun.
Nice.
So,
That's awesome.
Speaking of the sequel to Suitcase, I saw that we have the star of the last movie we worked on together, Resurrection Scroll. Jonathan Trucks is going to have a role in there.
Yes.
Up and coming awesome actor.
Dude, so amazing. Like I got to see a couple of shorts from UCCS that he had done as a student
Nice.
when he was there, and he gave such natural performances. We worked together in the Domino music video for
Yeah.
Seattle K.
That's right.
Fall in line like the rest I know. No, you'll never see me fall like it's on
And then again, Resurrection Scrolls. It was just amazing seeing him step into the character. Just the dedication and passion the dude had. Like I was sold instantly. Like he's just like
Very
he's
versatile.
got it. And immediately I was like, well, I've got this project coming up. Jonathan, would you like to work on something? And yeah, because and that's the thing. I don't ever like audition. People ask me all the time, like how I audition people or where I post my notices for auditions. I don't. I'm very lazy. I just send people scripts and be like, you want to be in this film with me?
And the last time with a chopstick through my eye.
This is true, yeah.
Yes. Great
Seat
experience.
takers. Watch
Seat takers. It's
yeah.
awesome. It's my favorite thing in my demo reel.
Nice, thank
It's
you.
awesome.
That's
I love it.
I
That was
had
so fun.
I had
But
a lot of fun on that.
I do the same thing. I have yet to audition anyone for something I've directed because I've just worked with as many people as possible. And so I'm like, as I'm writing or producing, stepping into something I didn't write, I know who I want for various roles, and it makes it so easy.
It's so nice, and again, because you know what those people are capable of. You know that you have a good chemistry working together.
Yeah.
You kind of have that vibe already that you're building on your set of that camaraderie, and that's always
Huge.
key. And that it translates so well into the final product in my mind. So yeah.
100%. Well, and also like with indie film, like even with like big budget stuff, but like with indie film, there's so little margin for error that you need people who are going to have a good vibe on set, work well with everyone, not even like talking about delivering a good performance, but like people who are going to have a good vibe and be dependable.
Yeah.
And once you know someone, then it's so much safer than auditioning a random person and then
Having
really-
to roll those dice and not know if they're gonna
Exactly.
like bail on you last minute, which has happened, and it's
Yeah.
always just like it's so frustrating. I know life happens, but like it messes up everything for everybody involved, and like
Yes.
everybody that's given that has carved out that time in their day for that project.
Yeah.
Suddenly that can be lost.
Yes.
So it can be so huge, and that's like, I was like, one of the things that Jonathan impressed me so much about was like, he was sick that last day of Resurrection School. He woke up really, really feeling badly, was in the emergency room that morning, still came to set that day and finished the day like
Knocked those scenes out of the park. My
couldn't
goodness.
even tell he was not feeling well that day. Like,
That's
by the time
professional.
he got there, he was just like in go mode, and he just nailed it. It was so, again, it was so amazing. Yeah. Talk
awesome.
about heart.
Yeah. There's so much amazing local talent. So like on a more positive note, like what are some of the things that, like what are some tips to like really set up for success when you're producing an indie project?
Well, again, like you said, know your team,
Yeah.
and really choose a good, solid team to kind of have your back, because you need that energy on set to not be being brought down. You need everybody to kind of remain in a positive, good mindset, because you're all there to create something, and you want to be collaborative, and so you want everybody to kind of feel like everything's open and kind of comfortable, and they have that access to be able to just speak their mind and like contribute and offer suggestions and things like that. And I think that choosing your team wisely really helps to kind of create that. But I also think that starting with the pages, the words on the page is vital. You have to have a script that you can manage and that you can make happen with your constraints or whatever your limitations that you're working with are. And that's the key that I had to really kind of focus on with What's a Budget in the beginning, was because I was writing scripts that I was like, there's no way in hell I can produce any of this without a budget or without some kind of backing.
Yeah.
And so I had to kind of like focus on character dialogue driven stories and things like that I knew I could accomplish with the limited means that I had. And
That's
again,
gonna make you a better writer.
I think so.
Like limitations are really
Limitations
good.
help with everything. Exactly, 100%. Every time you're working with limitations, you're gonna be forced to be more creative, and you're gonna get some good stuff out of that.
Exactly. No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
What's been like the best constraint that you've creatively worked around on your, I was gonna say on your most recent film, like on your most recent 69 short films that you've done?
Wow. I don't know. I think just, I think limited budget always kind of hurts you, because you can't compensate people fairly for being there and helping out. You give them food, you provide, you make sure that you're providing meals and taking care of them on the set so that they have everything that they could need. You make sure that their dietary restrictions are looked after, that everybody's got options, and just that they have water. There's the basic things, anything they could need.
They're gonna have something at the end of that they can put on their demo reel and say, I'm proud that I got to work on this.
100%.
Yeah.
And so I think that's all part of it, and just making sure that, I think that those constraints can hurt, but you can easily overcome them. There's always people who are eager to create and to work, and you can always generally find good collaborative partners within the Springs. I found, again, 69 films later.
Yeah.
And these two that we're trying to get done now, Suitcase and Karma Cops, that's 70 and 71, so we'll be crossing that threshold, which feels like another major milestone
That's huge.
for the 13 years we've been doing this. So
That's awesome. Yeah, and there's so much of a thriving art community in Colorado, and I don't think people realize it. But like, there's lots of the hub of commercial work's going to be in Denver, but like the Springs has an amazing film community that I was introduced to through you on your set. E is for Expiation is where I started meeting. I met Megan McGrath, who's amazing.
Nice. Yes.
I met a ton of great
Megan's
people
great.
there. And then Pueblo's really thriving too. They're really trying to like foster the arts. There's a lot of local film festivals down there. So
There are. They've got some really good things happening there, and just teams coming up left and right from everywhere. We've got, the Maxed Out Films folks that are down in Pueblo, David and Brittany.
Brittany
There's
put a chopstick through my eye, and she's still my friend. So that's pretty cool stuff.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the kind of relationships you foster on a film set.
Exactly.
You can't. There's nothing like it.
Love it.
But yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, we've got so
It's a
many.
good time to be in Colorado.
Absolutely, 100%. Like, and again, we've been doing this for 13 years now, and to see it keep growing and to see the community kind of keep producing and getting new, talent, and seeing people come through and just really respond to what's going on, it's just been amazing. So yeah, 100%. Hats off to everyone who's been a part of the community over the years. It's been phenomenal.
I'm so excited to be here. When I first moved back from Los Angeles, I grew up here in the Springs. I thought I was just taking a break, recharge, take a little break from Los Angeles, wait for production to ramp up post-COVID. And since I've been back, I've been like, no, I'm hanging out here for a while. If it shifts in the future, I'll consider moving. But now it's a good time to be in Colorado. So.
100%. Yeah, there's so many things happening. I was just talking about that the other day on Facebook and posting about it because it's weird when I hear people, be like, oh, there's an active indie film scene going on in the Springs. It's like, what the hell are you talking about? Of course there is. Very active. Like, there's so much stuff happening. Like, take Peak Film Forum, for instance. Every second Wednesday, it's almost every one of those events is a show us your shorts where we're showcasing the work of local indie filmmakers. So it's phenomenal. There's so much happening in the Springs right now. Great.
So if you're in the Springs and you want to get into film and you're not, now you know where to start. And if you're not in the Springs, there's probably something like this near wherever you live. So much of the industry is decentralizing out of the major hubs that it's a weird time economically for the industry, but it's the best time to get in and start building your style and your skills and your art and just having fun and meeting the people you want to work with,
100%.
like your forever casting crew.
And if you don't have something like this in your area, start it.
Yeah.
Build it, get it going. Make it happen. That's the thing that most people in the arts need to be reminded of sometimes. We tend to wait for opportunities, or we tend to kind of like sit back and wait for something to happen. But no, you got to make those opportunities happen. You've got to make those things, and run with it.
Absolutely.
So.
Well, Rob, thank you so much for being here, everyone. Filmmaker Rob Bowen. The link is in the description for this video for the Indiegogo, where you can support Karma Cops, and the sequel. I call it the Suitcase 2. Is that there's a longer title, right?
Is that yours? The Suitcase 2. But yeah, it's the Suitcase 2 is what I refer to it mostly as too. Yeah.
Very nice. Well, thank you everyone for watching this exclusive Nerds and Friends.
Thanks so much.